All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives them the first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they try the right side here. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So that one will be accepted. They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator's relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Here we go now.
Off the play fake. Nolan. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the... .40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down. That's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nolan. Going to throw right side here, complete. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. Nolan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Leopard 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Gun!
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, now he bowls him over. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Ebron caught left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now back to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now let's go. Blue, landing. Blue.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nolan, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd? Off play action. Nolan. He's going to let this one go deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. They'll look to throw now on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing on first down. Nolan able to get away. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 8 on the play. And it's a second down. Looking to throw. Nolan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll set up to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back Excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll run it here. Down right around the 25. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Back to throw. Nolan. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, that's Hines. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. 56. Lucky 56. Check safety. Check safety. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
He's going to get it running right. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And before the conversion attempt, we'll get a timeout call by the offense. And that'll leave them with only 1 remaining in this second half.
Here we go again.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Set. Green 39. Green.
They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Now a handoff looking right. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
From the gun, Nolan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room inside the 40. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Nolan. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Looking to throw. Nolan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Nolan. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. A gain of 39 that time.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Gun!
And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue, line it!
Now they'll run it on the toss. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Here we go now! Blue, line it! Blue, line it!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to pull his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins can take the lead with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down. Nolan. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off the play fake. Nolan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nolan. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Miami, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next